Alright guys, welcome to the zone. We just drew 0-0 with Aston Villa. And my opinion hasn't changed. In fact, it's probably been more cemented. And you might think, how can it be more cemented? You've just drew with a really good Villa side. That's the point, isn't it? He managed to set his team up in a way that was actually more compact, didn't leak hundreds of chances, they didn't run through the entire midfield. The players did defend a bit more, and how did he do that? Maybe it was his tactics, but he also did a lot of long balls. We kind of stopped playing out from the back. We had a deep line with Johnny Evans and Maguire. We didn't really do anything too creative in the midfield or risk it too much. And he basically set himself up to not lose today. And as a result of not losing, these are the stats. The worst start to a Premier League season ever. Breaking his own record from last season. Okay, so he's gone backwards. 5 goals scored is the lowest ever for Man United. 14th in the league after 7 games. A negative goal difference. 3 wins in 10. 1 win in 10 in Europe. I think he hasn't won an away game versus the top 10 in his career at Manchester United. Our wins this season are Fulham, Southampton and Barnsley. I reckon if I managed Man U 10 games, I could probably come out with 3 victories just because it's Man United. We can't score goals. It was a weak Villa side. I want to have a go at the players. I want to say, look, Rasmus, I've said this from the start, I just don't think he's good enough, man. I think standards are embarrassing. He's not good enough. I don't think Xerxes good enough as a striker. Maybe the two together can link up, but we haven't seen that because the manager doesn't want to do that. The guy today, Johnny Evans had probably the best game, which is testament to probably how players were that we used to sign actually good. And it's also a testament to, yeah, he did actually change the setup today. So the question is, why can't he adapt? Why can't he have that defensive structure whilst also creating goals? We either get goals and get ran through, or we just get 0-0 with 0 creation. We are not going anywhere under this manager, and it's massively time for a change. It's not reactionary. It's the worst start to a Premier League season ever after breaking his own record. We were not good today. The fact that people are celebrating a draw against Aston Villa is a fucking joke, right? I know we're not the Man United of old. I know that. But my God, like, is this the standards that we're coming to? That what is there to back? Genuinely, what I'd like to ask the Ten Hag inners, what is there to back? He won the League Cup. Okay, losing 7-0 to Liverpool erases that. I barely remember the cup wins, but that 7-0 loss to Liverpool will always be there. The best thing you could do is just sack him, genuinely. Or if you really want to piss everybody off, here's what you do: just keep him. Just keep him and watch him ruin the entire season, and then maybe then people won't moan. But there's no other club. Have you noticed this, by the way? There's no other club that gets so hell bent on defending a manager. Normal clubs that have standards, if the manager isn't performing, they just let them go, and people just don't react to it. Oh, he wasn't very good. We'll get rid of him. At Man U, it seemed like the end of the world. You know. Yes, we were organised and we got a clean sheet at the detriment of everything that he said we were progressing on. High line, ball playing, creation, high press. He stopped all of that to get a clean sheet and not lose. We are absolutely terrible. At the end of this game week, Man United have gone from 12th in XG to spending 200 million without an injury and are 15th in XG. Man United have been a bottom half team for 14 months. Those are the stats. If you were to look at the season from a certain point in time, look at this. Played 38 games, won 18. He's basically failing to win more than half his games. It's terrible. Right? I just don't even know. I genuinely don't even know what sort of I just don't even understand what at this point I'm a bit. You can tell I'm a bit baffled. I don't understand what people are seeing. I'm totally befuddled. They look at the difference. They have Watkins and Duran. We have Højlund and Xerxes. They have midfielders playing clean. We've got Bruno trying like a fucking kind of rainbow flick or something in the middle of the park after just been sent off twice and gifting them a chance. I genuinely don't know what people see in Højlund, and I don't know what people see in this manager, but I'm not going to sit here and bash Højlund the whole game because he's in a completely crap functional team with an idiotic manager. But Ten Hag has to go. There is no redeeming factor to this man. I cannot and will not accept that a draw against Aston Villa was a good result. If we'd have played our actual style with Ugarte, Kobe Mainu, De Ligt, Martinez, we'd have done some really lovely passing and attacked really well and defended well. I might have gone, okay. But what he did was he just got rid of all of his players, all of his style, and hung on for a draw, basically. If put it this way, if Aston Villa for some reason in the 80th or 90th minute would have just fluked a goal in a deflection or anything, would you have sat there and gone, well, I know we lost 1-0, but didn't we play brilliantly? Didn't we defend well? No, you'd all say, what the hell was that? So you can't keep a manager based on the fact that the other team didn't score. He's diabolical. I think he's the worst manager I've ever seen manage Man United in my lifetime, to be honest. Because Ranić at least had the excuse that the players just simply didn't give a fuck. They just gave up. They tried for like 25 minutes and then gave up. But this lot have had 3 years and they're awful. He has to go.